Welcome to the Mandera Show, Fun and Play Cleveland. I'm Allen.
I'm Pryor.
Today we are visiting a business venue on the Cleveland's west side, Gordon Square.
The place holds many old-fashioned arcade games that excites many people in the Gordon Square Edgewater district.
As we walk into the doors of the venue called Super Electric Pinball Parlor.
Holds a lot of old arcade games as well as new generational arcade games which excite teenagers and young adults.
By inspiring Cleveland history as an old-time corner parlor that features activities such as candy, tickets, and adult bar that serves liquor and other alcoholic drinks.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to meet one of the owners.
Mr. Nathan Murray. I just wanted to ask you, how long has your business been in operation?
We've been open for over 5 years now.
Okay, 5 years?
Yep.
How many people do you think you get per week now?
Well, that's all changed since the COVID.
Since the COVID.
This was a hot spot. We were doing really well, before March this past year. But, on Tuesday and Wednesday nights, we would run leagues out of here.
Right.
And we had, anywhere from 20 to like 40 people to show up for league.
Okay.
And then I would have the general public here on top of that. So the place could get pretty busy.
Right.
Saturdays, early in the day, I get lots of families in here.
Really?
And then after dinner, there's kind of a natural progression where it becomes more of a night spot.
A night spot, I see. Okay.
What inspired you to open?
Well, we started off at 78th Street Studios. We had that spot. I mean, we still have a small presence over there, but I think it was about 2012, 2011, 2012, we started collecting pinball machines.
Okay.
And what inspired that was pretty much hanging out at the Happy Dog down the street. They had a few games there. And then we just started collecting games. We had an artist studio loft over at 78th Street Studios. Me and my partners were all fine artists.
Okay.
And so
Right.
the place just started to fill up with more and more pinball machines and less room to make art.
Right.
And we developed a collection of games, and 78th Street Studios has a third Friday.
Okay.
Every third Friday of the month, it's basically an open house, indoor open house art walk.
Okay.
So we opened up our place to the public, and we had all our games on free play, and it was just kind of like a fun thing to do, while you're out.
Sounds fun.
While you're out, looking at art, on the third Friday. And it got so big, and we started to get a good following. This space became open. The last tenant, Valerie Mayan, she was on Project Runway and everything.
Okay, cool.
She decided to move up, and then, the neighborhood put this up. We had to enter into a business plan competition, and, I'm glad I had two partners. I couldn't really imagine trying to do something like this by yourself.
It's hard to work by yourself.
Yeah.
So how many games do you keep in here?
In here, I think
at one time?
right now, we got 7. We got about 12 games in here right now, 12 pinball machines. We weeded out about half the games to create a little bit more social distancing, Usually they'd be just like side by side.
How often do you switch the games out?
Well, all the games are for sale. And so every time we sell a game or trade a game or something like that, we bring a new game in.
Okay.
We have a couple of locations in town where we store games, where we do all the restoration and everything. So yeah, every time something moves out, there's something new in.
So you said you and your friends are in fine art. So did y'all draw all this art on the wall?
Yeah. We did all that, and then this is all the art's based on pinball machines. This mural behind us was on a game called Funland, and mural over there with the scuba divers, that was called Capersville. And then I developed, you know, we got like I call that dad's den over there in the corner. We put up the wood paneling and we're like, what are we gonna do? We got this giant ventilation system.
Right.
So it's like, I was watching Happy Days actually, and I was just like, let's make it a like an unfinished basement.
Right.
You know? So we put up, I had to find the perfect cheap wood paneling. Yeah. And then we make fun advertisements and everything. I make our own little promo videos, you know, just using iMovie right now. But
That's pretty good.
Okay, you said y'all have certain days for family, children and family.
families can come whenever. You know, it's just, if you're under 18, you have to be supervised.
Supervised,
You
right.
have to have a parental guardian or something like that.
And what is the maximum capacity and how do you
It was, our
about-
maximum capacity was 97. Was 97. But because of COVID, social distancing, we've made our capacity right now 30 people.
Okay. Well, that's
And
coming.
I'm happy if I even get 30 people in here at once.
Really?
It even we've been open for over a month now.
Okay.
So, you know, it's people are very timid about coming in here, but it's also at the same time like our place has never been cleaner. I'm sure a lot of businesses could say that right now. You know, back in the day, like the flipper buttons on the side of the games, like they would all be all gunked up with like unknown, you know, dirt, what have you. And there's not a speck of dirt or anything.
Maybe
So-
COVID did us some good.
So
Cleaned some
basically
stuff
your
up.
establishment started out of something fun that y'all like to do and you turned it into a business.
Exactly.
Amazing.
And because of fine art backgrounds, we were really attracted to the games from like the 60s and the 70s. Simple art on them and everything, which led us to doing like full restorations of games. There's a game over there called Taxi where we completely redid all the artwork using Photoshop. And then we would, you know, get a new play field printed out in town and just, you know,
Oh, so
start
y'all-
over from
so y'all
scratch.
basically y'all would buy a game and then completely restore it.
Yeah.
And then sell it and then do it to another game.
Yep.
That's
awesome.
pretty good.
And then
Wow.
once we do it for one game, because I recreate all the imagery in Photoshop, then we almost basically have a kit. If someone's like, hey, I have a taxi that's in really bad shape, and we'll be like, oh, well, we have all the graphics for that game.
So you guys do come out and do repairs to other people's games?
Yeah, I get my business partner, he's like, basically drives all over Northeast Ohio working on people's games, hanging out in weird basements and
Wow.
garages. Yeah.
That's pretty
Do you
amazing.
guys sell food?
We did. We had a kitchen. Right now, because we're only open Friday through Monday, we're just trying to figure out how much food to buy. You know, we don't want to be wasting stuff.
Wasting stuff.
So what are your hours again?
Right now, we're Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 10, Sunday noon to 6, and Monday 4 to 10.
Okay.
I'm hoping to be open from noon to 10 on Saturdays, but right now I'm rolling with a skeleton crew.
Skeleton crew.
There's only 3 of us working this, so gotta save the legs.
Gotta save your legs.
Yeah.
You got young legs.
Yeah, but like I haven't worked in forever, you know. Like we were closed for 7 months. And
Yeah.
like the first couple of weeks of like just working a weekend shift, I could barely walk on Monday, you know.
Yeah.
The standing muscles were like, you know.
That's an
depleted.
old school jukebox over there.
Yeah, it's an out of commission old school jukebox. We can't seem to keep our jukeboxes going for too long.
Oh, that's
Wonder
great.
why.
We don't know how to work on jukeboxes right now, you know.
Well, thank you. We appreciate your time. Is there anything else you want to tell us?
This is nice.
What else would I like to tell you? Follow us on Instagram at Super Electric Pinball. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We also tonight's Service Industry Night. So if you're working hard on the weekends, you can come in here and play for free.
All right. You have bands coming here and play?
No,
I see you got your
there's
speakers.
people live above here.
Okay.
So live music really isn't permitted in this venue, but we'll have DJs. You know,
Cool.
guys come in here and spin all kinds of crazy
Nice
stuff.
laid back spot.
Yeah. As we interview the co-owner, Mr. Nathan Murray, it's time for us to go have some fun.
So come on over and see what video games we're playing.
amazing.
That was amazing, wasn't it? We had a ball.
Okay.
Great games, real fun, and a cool hangout spot for adults and children.
What's amazing to me is for you adults, when you don't bring your children, they have drinks. They serve nice drinks. This is an amazing place, and I thank you so much. And we're coming back. You coming back, Antonio? We coming back.
Come on down to the Super Electric Pinball Parlor on West 65th in Detroit.